quickly?
Go ahead.
I just want to say that Susan B. Anthony was racist.
What?
Luke.
I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Microphone check?
Go.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
To the iron-jawed angels who fought for women's right to vote, we would like to thank you. Your work in the suffrage movement, your daily picketing of the White House, your tactics earned you the title of the iron-jawed angels. And we know you were an important part of paving the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. Ms. Alice Paul, we appreciate your leadership in organizing these activities, and while we understand that the 19th Amendment didn't quite spell out white women, I suppose the language must have been implied. When the 14th Amendment acknowledged that we black folks were citizens, and when the 19th Amendment acknowledged that we women were citizens, we went back home to vote and were asked to pay head taxes and poll fees. Ms. Paul, did they ask you for money at the voting booth? We waited in lines and only moved in circles. We're asked to read and interpret the Constitution to prove our eligibility. We faced trumped-up charges and jail terms, and sometimes a good old-fashioned boot stomping for even thinking we could try, so we figure we just didn't read it quite right. You so blatantly told us that our entrance and now in the political field would add fresh fuel to the fires of race, prejudice, and political hate that including us in the fight would prolong the struggle. I get it. You were just looking out for our own good. So instead of waiting and wanting to produce a movement of multiplication, you divided us with oppressions and less trivial double jeopardies like being colored and being a woman that has tried to conquer us metaphysically. Dear Miss Alice Paul, when you decried America's claims of democracy saying 20 million women are denied the right to vote, were you counting us? Did we help you make your point? Ironically, Miss Paul, you marched your way through the streets and for the rights of all women, but still found a way to press white pillows over our ancestors' voices. The parallels you drew between us were ladders onto our backs. You climbed down when the alliance no longer served you. We feared never to see the day we will be able to clean the dirt off of our necks from the bottom of your red-heeled pumps. To the iron-jawed angels, thank you for fighting long and hard to ensure white women's right to vote. I wonder if you would have fought for women like us, who are bold enough to demand equality, to receive the same education and become less Aunt Jemima and more like the black people who never fit in any box like Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Mary McLeod Bethune, Magdalena Walker, Maria Stewart, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, and Sojourner Truth, beautifully black women who stood nearly 6 foot high, head erect, eyes piercing the air like bad news on a good day. She spoke in low, deep tones, just loud enough to grasp every ear, floor, and window in the room. Ain't I a woman? While the lines in our history are hideous at best, I'd like to think that you were with us when our rights to vote were finally granted in 1965. To this day, we have to fight to keep from being disfranchised with unjust laws that target black women and our right to vote. Where is your hunger strike now? To the iron-jawed angels, wrap your iron jaws around this.